Hi everyone. So in today's video, I want to talk about how to know whether your business idea is going to work or not, right? So first and foremost, you have to ask the following questions that I'm about to share with you. And if you can do that, if you can actually answer and find a proper answer for all of the following questions that I'm about to share with you, chances are you can make a viable and successful business eventually, right? So the questions are the following. So first of all, the buyer utility. You have to make sure that you have enough people to communicate with and sell your product or service to, right? You have to have a lot of people. You have to be able to sell to a huge group of people, right? If you have only 5, 10, or 20 people, chances are you cannot, the idea is not good enough. Rather, you need to find a business idea that you can sell to a lot of people, right? The next question, if the answer is yes, the next question would be the price, right? You have to make sure that the target market is able to afford, it is affordable for your target audience. They can pay the price for your service or product, right? If not, you have to rethink about it. If yes, you go to the next question, which is about the cost, right? So let's say you want to sell mugs, right? And it costs you, like, let's say $10, right? And you can, if you can sell that for $20, chances are it's a good business idea and you can actually afford the cost, right? But if you actually, in order to produce the mug, it takes you like 20 or 30 or $50, and you cannot sell it more than $50. You cannot, don't have to do that, right? Your profit margin should be high enough, and it should be like reasonable for you in order to produce that product and then sell with a reasonable amount of profit margin, right? So if the answer is yes for this one as well, you go to the next question, which is about the adoption, right? What are the problems that is, holding you back, that actually you cannot make it happen? For example, let's say you need to produce an app, right? But you cannot find a really genius engineer to actually make it happen and create it for you, right? So the hurdle or the problem that you have along the way is the engineer. You need to find out what type of engineer you need to be working with. You have to find the human resource, right? So you have to do that. Otherwise, you're going to be like in trouble in the future, right? So this adoption can be anything. Like, it can be an investor. You might not have enough money to actually pay for that and produce that. You need to look for the investor. Or it has, you can have a lot of problems along the way in order to make your idea happen and make it, successful eventually, right? So these are the questions that you need to ask. Like, I'm just gonna recap here. Just buyer utility, make sure you have enough people to sell to. Price, the price is affordable for your target audience. The third question is the cost. Can you produce that product or service within an affordable cost for yourself or not? If you have to pay a lot of money, you don't have to, and you cannot have good ROI, like return on investment, you don't have to do that, right? You have to rethink about your business idea and make sure the cost is reasonable for you, right? And then last but not least is adoption. Like, what do you need in order to make it happen? Whether it is an investor, whether it is an employee or an engineer, like I just mentioned and shared with you, you need to make sure that you have all of those utilities along the way, right? So these ideas were gotten from Blue Ocean Strategy book, which is pretty much famous, and they have sold over 4 million copies all around the world. And I highly recommend to every single person that is watching me right now to actually take a look at this great book as well, because I have fallen in love with this book, and I highly recommend to every single person to read that as well. So thanks very much and have a nice day.